In the last video, I was talking about my struggles I had in 2025, like being inconsistent and overthinking all the things. And I used 2025 data from YouTube Studio to come up with an action plan. So coming up with the series, like the studio notes and editor's note, and then plus the core videos that I post on Tuesdays, and then coming up with a posting plan for those videos. So Tuesdays, editor's note on weekend, and then studio notes on Fridays. And I also created a content day, a YouTube content day, which is on Fridays. Pick an idea and script that video. And instead of trying to do everything all at once, I wait to the next day on Saturday to record and edit that video. And then on Monday, I do a final review to make sure I didn't miss anything or to add in some last minute thoughts. And then I schedule it for Tuesday. So with the posting plan, the series, and a YouTube content day, I thought I had everything set up. But after posting that video, I still felt like I was missing something. I needed to make some changes, and that's where this video from Katie came in. And I usually skip these if I start a YouTube channel videos. Usually they're the same things, but with this chart here, she made me realize what I was doing wrong. So I basically had to rethink my goals. So my thing was for last year, I was doing, well, first off, there's two parts here. There's artist, and there's entrepreneur. With the artist, you're mostly focused on making content, and with your brand deals or affiliates or monetization is your primary income. Your strategy is about building community. So returning viewers, comments, steady view count. And then on the other side, there's the entrepreneur side, more focused on getting customers and clients. And then your primary income, well, your primary goal is to make money, and your primary income is to sell services or digital products or products. And with your content strategy, traffic should be your main focus. So traffic over community. So your focus is going to be on getting new viewers and traffic to your website. For the past few years, I've been, especially in 2025, I was going back and forth. I started with entrepreneur mindset, then I went back to artists and back and forth most of the year. But that has been probably my main reason why I haven't been growing as much. So I realized my biggest mistake was trying to do both at the same time. My goal now has shifted to just focusing on being an entrepreneur. So no more mixing of the two and wondering why I'm still at the same spot I've been in the year before. I'm still going to use YouTube to make money, but not to get brand deals or monetize, but more focused on getting clients and customers. So lead generation only is my primary goal. And with that, I was annoyed trying to get returning viewers to my channel, and it hasn't budged that much. Last 2 years has been between 96 to 98% new viewers, and regular viewers or the returning viewers has not budged since. And instead of being annoyed by that, I'm going to use that as an advantage. Instead of struggling to get returning viewers, I'm going to use the new viewers to my advantage. Also with the outliers, what she called it, variation in views. With the outliers for my channel, it's been, my view count has been all over the place. So I'm able to check that off. So for example, I'm sitting at 312 subscribers now, and the outliers for my channel will be any videos with views over 300. The outliers will be DaVinci Resolve videos. Each one I've made so far has been over 300 views, I think. These two for sure, over 1,000 views. And then another outlier was the Obsidian videos. Both of these are over 500 views. And then there's some videos in between with like less than 100 views. So view counts are all over the place. So I checked that off also. Now, where I'm struggling is to convert those new viewers. So that's going to be part of my action plan now for the new year. So what I'll do now is to add like passive call to actions in most videos, like for example, adding like a little text pop up and on the bottom of the page that says like link in the description or link in the comments. Those are my passive call to actions to get them to visit the website to get what they need. So now with this primary goal being lead generation or traffic to my website, the ideas needed to change now. So what I did was use ChatGPT for this, and I gave it basic info like audience, my primary goal, what I specialize in, and I asked it to list the pain points, their struggles, FAQs, anything basically I can use to help them solve a problem that they're having, and to come up with video ideas based on those points. And my main constraints were these ideas need to be searchable, evergreen, and most importantly, it can't be answered easily with Google or AI. So I don't want it to be the typical 10 tips to solve whatever. I want it to be like, it has to be a deep dive in Google, or it's a lot of reprompting you're doing in AI to get the final answer. So that's the main thing I'm focused on for these video ideas. I also added my 2025 data. So for 2025, and then in advanced mode, I downloaded the data to ChatGPT to ask it, based on this data and my key points, what are the outliers and what are the pillars I can use for my channel. So I was able to get a list of the 4 pillars and video ideas under each pillar. So that came up with like about 40 ideas, so 10 ideas for each. Not so different from what I already have on my channel, but it's good to have just the overview. So with the pillars, first pillar is the thinking pillar, and that's mostly in the creative systems. So that's the like the prompting, this coming up with signature series and scripting. So the planning and scripting will be under thinking, and then the execution will be also videos about Obsidian and like systems and workflows under creator systems. But back to execution, that's going to be about the tools I use for recording and editing. So like OBS and DaVinci Resolve, but mostly DaVinci Resolve videos under here. This is covered in here in DaVinci Resolve tips. And then I have editor's notes to show the behind the scenes. And then for feedback as a third pillar, where I talk about YouTube Studio, using the features in YouTube Studio, like trends or the inspiration tab. So I have the YouTube Studio and I have Ask Studio for prompting and asking questions on how I can improve my channel or get any video ideas or whatever is trending. So that's the feedback. So that's thinking, execution, feedback, and then the fourth pillar is platform. So this is YouTube in general, me going over packaging, distribution, and book insights. So I covered book insights before, like 12-week year. Another example is using the tips in YouTube Formula book to apply it to my channel or other books like marketing or business books, and how can use those tips to apply it to my business and marketing. So those are the 4 pillars: thinking, execution, feedback, and platform. And then I have ideas, all of the ideas listed under that. So with this content strategy and my pillars set and my ideas, I now have a clear path to reaching my goals. My main goal is basically booking clients from YouTube or getting views from YouTube and then sending them to my website. So another thing she brought up was this method that she has called the Frankenstein video formula. This is basically her hub, I guess, for repeatable assets that she can use for for the next video she's working on. I've used this before, but my issue was I was using it on separate pages in Obsidian. So with this idea she brought up, I'm going to put everything together on one page. So all I have to do is, if I need titles, I'll pick from the title drop down, thumbnails. I already have a couple of intros that I'm using, like the what is it, PCP, the problem, conflict, and promise. So that's just the standard intro I'm going to use. Basically, I have a hub of like repeatable frameworks and formulas that I can use on one page. I could just pick and choose in each column or drop down which one to use for whatever video I'm working on. So I don't have to think about my next step or my next video idea. So no more overthinking, figuring out what to post next. I have everything I need in that one page in Obsidian. So I'll add a prompt I use that helped me come up with this strategy. And then you can use it in YouTube Studio or ChatGPT or Claude. Another thing, somewhat related, so I started a TikTok page back in December. After talking to someone about job searching, he brought up how TikTok he's been using TikTok to gain income from that on top of his full-time job. So I started this that same week. I haven't figured out how to what to post on here. I've never been short form girly. I've always been long form because I like to yap. This page has been catching dust for a month now, but I had another witching hour this couple of days ago, and now I see the vision for what I can use this page for. Originally, it was going to be for Spanish lessons, but now I figured out I can use it for YouTube content. My plan now is to use these outlier videos I posted all last year, and whatever evergreen topics I had, I'm going to extract those tips into 30-second to 60-second clips, and that will cover like months of content if I stick to like posting 2 to 3 times a week. So that covers months of content just from old videos I posted already. So I don't have to come up with new ideas or anything. I could keep the page going with these old videos while I work on the new videos to post that same week. With all these ideas I have for the YouTube channel, I could use those videos to send traffic to my website. So my ideal clients read the blog, and within the blog, I'll add call to actions like booking a call or a service or subscribing to the newsletter, even adding affiliate links. So if they want to purchase whatever item I mentioned in the video, it'll be in the blog post also. So with the YouTube videos leading to the website, I can also use same short form videos that I'm posting on TikTok now, and use those same videos to post on Pinterest and Substack. So that covers the long form from YouTube, and then the short form for TikTok, Substack, and Pinterest, with everything either leading to YouTube or just straight to the website. So my next plan now is to basically reorganize everything because my thoughts are like scattered right now. So I'm just gonna reorganize everything, organize my thoughts, and create that one-page idea hub with the formulas and frameworks, and then just execute without the overthinking. So if you've been struggling also, or going back and forth between artist and business owner, this is probably something that you can look into. So basically pick a side so you can grow this year, and that's going to be my plan for 2026. And I'll be posting, of course, all the things in this Studio Notes series if you want to keep up with what I'm doing. In the next video, I'll talk about my finalized plan and how I'm going to grow my business and my channel in the next one.